How often do you work on the weekend?
None.
Not at all?
Yeah.
Honest?
Yeah. You find me on the beach
Really?
Saturday. You find me on my pool.
The one who texts you on Sunday night and call you 7 times on your phone to tell
Oh
you,
my god.
I saw my ad and there is
I
one.
block you now.
Sometimes we also get rid of clients.
Yeah, of course.
I want
Oh
to
my
ask
God.
you, do you do that too? Or
I
is it
do
only
that.
good? Great, that's
Tell
good to
me
hear.
more about it. Hi. Probably he watching.
Welcome back to another episode of Visionary Marketing. Today we have a special guest. Hi Intan.
Hello, Dario. How are you?
Good, how about you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good to hear. So explain us a bit more about your business and why you're here today.
Yes, and first of all, thank you for having me, guys.
Of course.
It's so lovely, and I was get invited from Mila, and it was like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
And regarding about my business, it's actually same but different. We do have the same agency, like kind of agency that marketing part, and mine is more about content, branding, and social media itself. And how about you?
Okay, so we are in the same industry basically.
Exactly.
But you're more towards branding,
Yes, like
Okay.
social media.
social media.
Yeah, brandings. and
Okay.
so.
Same but different, yeah. We are doing the same but more in performance. Do you know performance marketing?
It's like the data itself, how many traffic go to the website, so those
Yes.
kind of things, right?
Correct, yes, correct. We are really aligned, data driven.
Mm-hmm.
So everything we do, we measure it, and based on the measurements and the data we collect, we do adjustments.
Oh, and it's a monthly?
Monthly, yes, of course. Monthly, yearly.
Yeah, it's
It
always
takes a
right.
lot of time. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really cold and numeric approach. You
Mm-hmm.
don't really can put so much feelings inside. It's really that's the opposite part of what you're doing. You
Yeah.
maybe work more with visuals, right, and emotions.
Correct. Like, but also at the same time, we do as well data, but not
Mm.
like data driven like you. Like, it's very deep down with specific numbers, right? We do mostly about the psychology of the market,
Mhm.
what trends right now, like what's going on the market that we could use that as a part of our brand, our client brand expanded.
Okay,
So more about that.
got it. So you play more with the trends at the.
Yes, correct. That's the
What's-
data that I have been always searching every day.
Okay,
Yeah.
a lot of research, yeah,
Yes.
and you change
Scrolling.
often, yeah.
Yeah, it is like every day you always have a trending reels, trending sound that you could use, but also at the same time you can't use those things to the one brand. Like not all the brand can use the trends.
Mm-mm.
So you have to also like make it specific or research again. Yeah.
So you obviously have to adjust to the target audience of
Yes,
the. Okay, I
correct.
see.
The audience.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
What you see right now is a big trend right now.
The big trend right now, like if we could or you guys like have a look on Instagram, mostly people doing the wellness things,
Mm-hmm.
like for the clothing brand, if they want to launching something, they will doing it like a pilates and matcha, so something like that to launching the brand. They making like the event, make it more community build or brand awareness towards the community. That's the trend currently. Or they using the food as a something that they could do the branding on it.
On the food, explain me that.
Like for example, you can write your brand on the banana and photo like
I
that.
see. Okay.
So yeah, there's this kind of trend that sometimes I'm also like, okay, every day is a new things to learn.
And it's changed really fast, right?
Very fast.
I mean, this is one pillar that you explained, the wellness one, but there is also some micro trends,
Yeah,
like how you adjust a reel or a creative to in
yeah,
a specific way.
yeah, exactly, yeah. But with your agency,
Mhm.
there are like so much things also you have to analyze, right?
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
A lot. And we also have an effect of outside events. So, as an example, in the travel industry, so you have seasonality.
Yeah.
You have different people coming in a different time frame to Bali.
Yeah.
And for hotels, in an example, when they do performance marketing, we have to adjust to offline events and to online events. An online event would be Black Friday.
Yeah.
That's an online event where
Yeah.
we have to be careful how we allocate the money.
Yeah.
While an offline event can also have a big impact of seasonal trends that going on, or other effects like COVID was a good example.
Yeah. True.
Where the whole world shut down.
Yeah.
But there is also other diseases or political impacts, like right now the war.
Yeah.
Definitely have a big impact.
So you should analyze, like depending on the country, that the client target audience.
Yes, and mostly multiple countries.
Yeah.
So that's the challenge for us, because hotels, they have, let's say, sometimes they can niche it down to a specific target audience when they say they have the 3 top audience they attract are coming from Germany, France, and UK.
Yeah.
Then we obviously put our focus on these 3 countries, and we try to analyze the behavior of these countries and the seasonality.
Yeah.
When they have holiday, do they have kids?
Yeah, the kids' holidays.
Kids'
School
holidays.
holidays.
Exactly.
Very, very complicated.
Yeah, and data driven is always really cool there. You just have to trust in the numbers, and
you
that's
have to have a lot of search to get that.
Many,
right?
many. We also work closely with the Bali Tourism Board. Does it tell you something?
No, we don't. We usually focusing on the B2C.
Okay.
Yeah, like the target audience, which is the market itself, the person that potentially buying the product. So that kind of like market that we are search with the behavior. We are mostly like about the behavior itself. But yeah, but season also could be, because most of my clients also, some of them are in Europe, which is different season with Bali, different season with Australia. So yeah, sometimes they're sending the product, Tika, I need this for the winter. Okay, which country of the winter for now? Because Europe winter different with Australian winter.
Absolutely. Correct.
So yeah, we are also doing it based on the season as well.
You mentioned a lot of fashion. So you have a lot of fashion clients, is this correct?
Yes, we do. Also, wellness, jewelry as well, bikinis, fashion mostly the most. That very our main client.
Okay.
Yeah, and you guys mostly hospitality.
Hospitality, real estate, and e-commerce. That's the top 3 one.
Yeah. E-commerce, so it's like something that's selling in the AliExpress, or
it's more
website.
Website. Maybe. Shopify. That's a good example.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you sell online and you are an e-com store, you always want to measure how much you spend in order to how much you get back.
Yeah.
That's basically our part.
And is that involving any paid ads as well into that? Yes.
Mainly in today's age,
Yeah.
In the earlier time, many people, SEO, I assume.
SEO,
It was a lot more trendy, SEO, because it's a long-term investment.
It is long-term investment, yeah.
And today, the people, I believe, they get more short-minded. Like, they set up a business, try to sell as fast as possible, and then try to sell the business.
Yeah.
So it's...
there is no journey.
There is no journey, exactly.
And, it's not my cup of tea either.
Understand.
Okay.
Totally understand.
Yeah.
So where are your clients coming from? Are they located overseas?
That's actually a good question. So I'm starting my agency. It was 2022, we just turned 2 years just 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And it was just me. And I have background with marketing for almost 8 years. So it was just like people around knowing about what I'm doing, and then it's become something that mouth to mouth.
Okay.
And in the first time I set up my company, it was just me asking my friends, hey, can I take care of your business Instagram? Just pay as you wish, because this is I'm going to literally starting my own business, and then I need client to do the portfolio. she said like, okay, I'll take that. So yeah, from that mouth to mouth referral, or people found me through Instagram, our Instagram, or actually people just randomly search and our Instagram just popping up, or one of our content popping up. So most of them are actually based on coming through social media or mouth to mouth. Yeah.
Still till today? I mean, you started then with your close friend circle and then you extended slowly?
Yes. Okay. So it was just me, and then in 3 months, expanded, hire my first staff. So yeah, thank you. And then after that, we expanded more, client coming more, and so many people are also likes to want to work with us, not just in the social media or monthly base, but also one-time project as well.
Oh, okay.
Which is I'm open with that, and then I'm expanded, and then now we are 7.
7 people?
Yeah, we are 7 people.
Really good.
As a boutique marketing, yeah. But you
That's
are
nice.
more bigger as well. How is it like?
Yeah, we started with 3 people in total. It was only me and my business partner and one friend of mine who is still here today, Rudy. He is the head of web development. And then we have the first intern, and from there we were still in a room in my house, in a really small room.
Yeah.
Everything was broken, from air conditioning to desk, everything was not working. But we made it up to a point where we was around 10 people, and then we had a co-working space.
Co-working space.
Yeah.
Is that in Denpasar as well?
No, it was on Sunset Road.
Oh, is that what is it called? I think I knew one of the.
It's a good question.
It's near the McDonald's, right?
Yes, you're right. You're correct. Yeah.
Food is always come first.
You're right. The location was there. I forget the name either. I forget. But anyway, we grew to this small setup in this co-working space. And then we grew again for a handful of intern again, and a new intern batch.
Yeah.
Extended to all the full-time workers, and then it was again too small, so we had to rent a small room in the top of the co-working space.
And then
more again. And then we came here to this office.
Same.
And now we are 30 people.
30 people. That's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. And in March, hopefully, we move again.
Oh, move again because need bigger space.
Bigger. Also, it's really homey in here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you noticed the office is really homey, but the layout is a bit, let's say, not optimal right now for the current company size. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's always nice to notice things that maybe could improve.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
On your journey, what you learned? Because I think that's the most interesting story.
I learned a lot actually. Like which one? From the good or the bad?
Both. I need to know both.
So from the good, in terms of setting up a business or facing a clients that, to be honest, also as an Asian, some client thinks that we could do anything for lower price, right? When we are actually, from my vision or my mission is, we are more about the quality.
Okay.
So something that quantity, just people just thinking, oh yeah, you are in Asia, right? You could maybe so cheap. No, if you're looking for cheap, you might not coming for us, because what I'm offer is actually quality. So yeah, that's the part that like I finding like is hard when they putting that kind of stereotype. But I'm very good with the boundaries. I'm very good with setting up with the SOP, MOU to sending to client. This is okay. It's weekend. We're not going to reply anything with work. My team have to have their own weekend, and I'm not. And I appreciate that if client also understand that, but some of the client are not, and
Absolutely.
I'm very boundaries on that. If they are really like forced, I will have a call with them. Hello, we do have the MOU. My team or weekend off. We do work one Monday to Friday. It's not going to end the world if Saturday and Sunday you let them in peace, you know.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's absolutely things that also I learned by doing this business, that boundaries are such a big things to have. Even though you need clients, but of course you do not need clients that not in the same page with you or not respect your boundaries. It's okay. You can find any money there, but you can't finding someone respect if you allow them to unrespect you or to disrespect you. So yeah, that's actually. What about you?
We are completely aligned. Completely aligned on this. But first, tell me, was this a positive or a negative one?
Good one. Let's start with the good one. Yeah.
Because you mentioned only one. Was it a positive or a negative one?
Coming with good one.
Good. For the negative one, we are aligned. We have to say my learnings. If I can summarize, then we started as an agency with this premium approach of we don't follow quantity. And we have the same struggle as you, although we come from different countries. But we are located in the same country.
True.
Therefore, people always try to put this in a stereotype system of, you are located in Indonesia, your employees in Indonesian, so it should not be so expensive. And I want to clarify to all outside world.
Yeah. Through
this channel, it's a digital business, and that's why. I mean, if you compare local prices of rice. Maybe there we can talk about that because in Indonesia the supply of rice is just better and here and it's closer, so obviously it's cheaper than in Switzerland because we have to ship it first to Switzerland. So it makes sense that in Switzerland the rice is a little bit more expensive than in here, or much more expensive. But a digital service, I think, should only be judged by the quality and not by location or humans behind it. In the end of the day, what counts is the outcome, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And if the outcome is good, then the price should be in balance with the outcome.
Yes, I'm totally agree. Like there is always like people like, but you just video, you just taking photo. No, what I can do right now, it's 3 years ago I was learning it and doing it good right now. Is I'm passing so much time, so much struggle, so much challenging, and you can't say that it's just photo. I learned so many things that is actually pay more expensive than you pay now.
Absolutely.
Right. So yeah, it's literally, I feel you. But well, and the good one is I see so many business owner now, they are understand that the digital marketing are also important.
Yes.
That's a good part, because before long time ago when I was just as a employee in the marketing, as a marketing manager or digital marketing before, some of the client are, or some of the people are not really, in Indonesia we're saying melek, or not really like open mind to, okay, social media, do we need them? But yeah, right now you definitely need them, because if you want to sell, it's like social media is like you are your product in Denpasar, but you are actually, or people in Jakarta can buy your product and you are here.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's kind of things that beneficial for business. That's the good part. Also, through the business, I find so many inspiring people that have their product, have their brand, and have their stories. And most of my clients, they have the same page with us, which is we do everything with quality. And growth is not one night things.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? That's always, every time I met my clients, I'm always tell them, if you want to work with me, I cannot make you viral in one night, neither in 1 month. I'm here growing with your brand. I'm here growth with you through your journey. So if you're looking for it, it's many times I also can get the people coming, hey, I want to get followers 10K in 1 month. I was look at him like, do you think I'm a magic or what? I'm literally.
We are magicians. That's what agencies are, magicians. You can like, switch with the fingers.
Boom, 10K, or I won't get 30 people comment in post. Who are you? I was, are you Katy Perry or who? Like, literally. So it was like always good to have a customer that want to grow together, because me and my team, we are grow with you. Like if you are my client, we are with you.
That's
Like,
a good one.
right? It's always bad and good. I'm always believe in life. Always have those things.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right.
And yours?
We have this. I mean, we have the same journey, and obviously the same
so we
learnings.
are actually the same, right?
Obviously, we have the same learnings because our target audience, our clients
The
are
same,
the same. I mean, I think my opinion doesn't matter in which. Before I continue, I want to correct you for one word. I don't like that. Don't say beneficial. Social media is not beneficial, it's necessary in today's age.
Exactly. Thank you for correcting me.
If business come and say, do we need that? I always say, yes, you need it.
Yeah.
Even we don't manage it, you need it.
Yeah.
They need it.
True.
It's like the storefront of offline business.
Yeah, it's
you
the appearance.
It, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's absolutely important that you have it anyway.
Exactly.
And go back to the good thing is, I believe the education of the clients or people is growing too during the time of, or especially after COVID, when they try to recover. I think people realize that they have to use online channels.
The digital things, right?
Not only that, I think now during the last 2 years, I feel that even a handful of clients, but good clients who understand what you're doing, they can be so much more valuable for an agency than having, as you say, quantity and having thousands of small clients who all request the overnight viral video. We go in the same path. We also focus completely on quality and not on quantity.
Agree.
For us, but also for our clients. And sometimes we also get rid of clients.
Yeah, of course.
I want to ask you, do you do that too? Or
I do that.
Good, great. That's
Tell
good to
me
hear.
more about it. Hi. Probably he watching.
More? Only one?
No, it's actually like a few clients that this one that maybe also developed me as someone that boundaries is really important to clear in the beginning.
Yes.
Of collaboration, right? Yeah. Like in the first time, to be honest, like I'm really go above and beyond with my client. But if you think you could just keep demanding and being difficult and then not having always putting expectation too high than we are actually agree on, I'm sorry, let me get the forced termination, because I got my notary to force termination and then see you next time. It's literally happened.
Wise, really wise.
Yeah, because it's not just business, it's also your mental health.
Yeah,
can get
not
destroyed with that.
Yours
right?
And the whole team, right?
Yeah.
Everyone involved. Yeah.
Exactly. Also, like, I'm really concerned if there is clients that very rude with my team. Like, no, you're not going to do that. You're not gonna be rude to my team because you don't have any capable or any right to do that. Yeah. Me always like I'm the front liner for my team, and I don't mind to losing client with million income. Like I don't need that if it's cost my.
It doesn't balance.
Yeah, it's not balance. Giving my team. It's giving my team burn out and feel like disrespect. You know, it's not my point to work with you. But then you guys have like mostly restaurant, hotels. Is that weekly meeting or monthly?
We had mostly restaurants and hotels. Now we have mostly real estate.
Real estate. Oh yeah, real estate as well.
The real estate are kind of tricky because it needs a lot of follow-up, because there is two parties involved, and same as you said, there is first the boundaries and the second the collaboration.
Yeah.
We have to make sure, and I like that you mentioned that in the beginning, because I think it's really important that the client understands.
Yeah.
We're working hand in hand, not against each other.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't work, right?
It doesn't
we need to
work
like this.
Yeah.
And if we work hand in hand, for example, the real estate business have a sales team.
Yeah.
Then it's important to follow up. So, as an example, we bring the leads
Yeah.
And then we need to know, are the tweaks that we did on the campaign was effective or not? So we need to have the one on the front, so the salesperson, to give us some feedback.
Yeah.
And that's where most of the time it gets challenging, because
they are not getting back.
Not really responsive as we wish, because they see it in their tunnel view. Yeah, I contacted 10 people and 3 answering me, and that's the whole feedback. But it doesn't tell me from which country they come from, what they said, and why they declined. Was the budget too low of them, or your price too high?
Yeah.
So the challenge is in there.
The process,
the collaboration
itself,
process. So for real estate, every week we have a meeting.
It's actually a big headache as well, yeah?
It's not so much headache, I would say.
Not so much headache, guys? Is that true, guys? Anyone want to climb?
I don't force them, I don't brief them. The thumbs come from them, yeah.
No, increase the salary after this.
No, I think the one who are really challenging and headache for everyone is the one that you mentioned. I don't understand the boundaries.
Yeah, the boundaries. Yeah,
because the weekly calls you can schedule and then you can work towards the weekly meeting. But the one who texts you on Sunday night and call you 7 times on your phone to tell you,
oh my God,
I saw my ad and there is
I block you now.
one letter wrong. I say, well, okay, thank you. No, I turn off my phone, because we can also do this on Monday. It's just a letter on an ad.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't change your whole business.
Yeah.
If 1,000 people overnight see this ad, then it's 2 seconds and then you swipe it away anyway.
I'm really agree with that. Yeah, we can literally, if that not causing the world ending, you don't have to work on the weekend. That's what I'm telling to my staff. Like, you don't have to. If because your posting will get a resort get burned, then okay, you can do it, you know. But if not changing,
but then it costs something, because you have to get people back to make sure they work on the weekend when they're not supposed to work.
No, yeah. People
and then
need
most
rest.
Clients stop, right? They say, okay, it's not so important anymore.
Exactly. But also in the creative industry, we cannot force our brain. If it's not working, it's not working. Like, literally. And then we do need rest, because entire week we are literally thinking what works, what's not. And then I get, like, in the creative industry is so different with the people that may be working in the hospitality as a waiters or as a chef. They may be 9 to 5, right? But creative sometimes coming in the middle of the night, and then we cannot force that when it doesn't work during the day. So it's literally weekend. No negotiable.
Good. Really good.
Yeah.
Many should follow this path. Many. Really.
Okay.
What do you do if you have a blockage, like a creative blockage? How you handle that?
What is blockage again?
Like, let's say you work on a project.
Oh, the block, creativity block. For me, I'm really, because I also have another 2 business.
Okay.
So this Amplify Creator is my main business, but also at the same time I'm also have a hello Tika, we also need attention, so those kind of things. And it's good for me to have, that's why I use that to just take some cool down. Yeah. And then when I got the creative block, what I get is just close my laptop, do something I like, drink some water, or maybe like just have some snooze with watching the reels, that funny things, and then eating some things that I like. Then I'm back again. And you with the data, oh my God.
Good point. What I like to do is similar. I like to go to YouTube and see stand-up comedy. I love stand-up comedy because it brings me away from the numbers and let me think about something.
Unwind, right?
Yes, exactly. You unwind and you get some fresh stuffs and fresh mindset.
Yeah.
And then go back and try.
And maybe
to see.
some ice cream on the side, you know.
Yes, true. Ice cream or other snacks.
The staff doesn't judge you for that.
No, never. They force me to eat.
Yeah. That's actually good unwind. Yeah, me too. Stand-up comedy.
You like it? Good.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's funny.
That's my best unwind moments watching stand-up
or
comedy.
just some silly video on the TikTok,
You use TikTok often? Yeah, I don't use TikTok, I'm honest. I have to admit, I don't use TikTok.
I have to, because that's all I get
inspiration
as well. Yeah, but social media platform, they just moving so fast, literally so fast.
Right? It's scary, no? Almost scary. Gen Z, in your opinion, right now, fully on TikTok, or how would you judge that?
I think like TikTok, maybe before people thinking like TikTok is just you see people just dancing around, when actually it's so much also you
So
could
much
get
more.
from that. Like in general, social media could be negative for you, but at the same time, it's how you react.
That's
right?
a really good point. And I have this argument a lot with people who say, especially in data-driven perspective, their comments are like, how you think? Where is my audience? Nobody uses TikTok, and it's so negative all the time. And I always try to tell them, it depends on the consumer.
Yeah.
Because TikTok was the first algorithm that was really based on how you consume it.
Yeah.
And if people come to me and say, TikTok is really negative, for me it's the first red flag, because I know this person is negative. That's why it attracts all the time negative, right? I mean, if I scroll through my feed in Instagram too, I have all entrepreneurs with motivational speeches
me
and
too, like
never
funny
give up.
things.
So
or sometimes
funny
dogs.
things. Cats in my face.
Oh yeah, exactly right. It's like also at the same time, if you realize people behavior are changing so quick.
Yes. Yeah,
like maybe today you are as some people with a very very insecure, but then the next day you could be so oh, you know what, I got this,
I will rock the world today, and tomorrow I'm frustrated.
Tomorrow the human behavior changing. That's why like in marketing it's not easy job.
No, it's not. And I think you need to really understand what you do.
Yeah.
I really think you need to understand what you do, because otherwise the algorithm eats you.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. It's you the one that control it, not they are control you.
Exactly. So I'm thinking about your statement for boundaries, and I think it's really important.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to admit, and now I ask you because I'm in the same skin as you.
Yeah.
How often do you work on the weekend?
None.
Not at all?
Yeah.
Honest?
Yeah. You find me on the beach.
Really?
Saturday. You find me on my pool Saturday or Sunday.
Impressive.
Or you find me in the resort that have a ice bath, sauna, and then pool. As you find me on the weekend. Yeah.
Impressive. I would expect opposite.
How about you, Dario?
Did not yet meet any entrepreneur say this answer to me. That's good, really good.
Yeah.
I wish I could do the same. No, I'm opposite.
But it's because that work has to be done on the weekend?
Not all, to be honest.
Yeah.
But once you start, then you don't finish.
Exactly. So
I enjoy my job. I enjoy what I'm doing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And then I have some things that I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And based on that, it just extend, and then it's already evening.
It's already evening, yeah.
I work another full day through. So yeah, partially necessary, partially I just like what I do.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, there is beautiful place to visit.
I know.
Right? There is beautiful place to just take a rest.
You're right.
Your body, your mind. Hello, Dario. Can you just let me stop?
I need to make an agreement with my laptop to shut it down on the weekend.
Because it's just coming. I mean, boundaries could be works if you put also on yourself.
Yeah, I may too much. Maybe this is a cultural thing as well.
Yeah, I get that. Like Switzerland, they always work.
Yeah, exactly.
Work,
you grow up like this. You burn like this.
Yeah.
You are in your skin to work. That's
Yeah.
it. So I think I still not get rid of this. To be honest, even already here for
so long.
long many years, I still have this in my blood somehow. That
you feel guilty if you're not working.
Absolutely.
I opposite. I feel guilty if I'm working on the weekend.
I cannot put this in my brain somehow.
Yeah,
but I wish I could.
Because to be honest, it was like this is also the mindset that I have before when I was working in Jakarta. I was working in the Grab Indonesia when I just want the work done, even though on the weekend. But then when I moved to Bali, I'm so glad to be here.
Same, yeah.
So many nature to visit, and then I only have that time when I'm not working, which is when I'm away from my responsible, right? Or just take some days to finish my books, or take some days to just get the sun bathing, right?
Like me, right?
Yeah. It's always like I'm always clear my everything on the weekend. Nah, you can't find me with my MacBook. You find me in the somewhere out or like not on the maps either.
But I made progress. I restricted myself to 1 day only.
Okay, maybe
So at least
next time
in
we
4
met
years,
again,
1 day, yeah.
it's already 2 days, right? Maybe the team here should check in on him. Are you working on the weekend again?
They'll call me now on the weekend to ask, do you work or not?
I see the Slack still working.
Still online.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, what is another question?
Yeah, based on that, maybe because you are a good example, maybe you can tell other people if you would start again from scratch to make a brand agency and you want to tell others what they should do based on your learnings.
Yeah.
How would you suggest them to start in your industry, your focus? How should they approach it? How should they do it?
For me, as a digital agency, that maybe people sometimes you see so many also creative agency, right? The one that just do it, the one just charge so cheap just because they make a template for everything, right?
Correct.
Without any search, without any research. But for me, if I do it again, this business, or you out there want to do the business for creative agency, make sure your skill are sharp, because that's make you different from others. So many agency, people will see the one that sharpen, the one that just do it.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, that's my because however we are taking care somebody brand, we make it the sales, we make them to have the awareness. If we or ourselves doesn't have those skill, it will be just nihil or nothing. Yeah. So my advice is just sharpen your skill and make sure that you are doing it not just because the check of money, but because you're passionate on that. And I think when you're passionate, you will the clients and then the universe just see you around and you grow.
Good
But
one.
yeah, how about you?
Good one. Really good. I would start similar. I would say it's really important to be passionate in it.
Yeah.
I think it's the most important one. In today's age, many young people tending to say, I want to make my own.
Yeah.
And in many cases, I feel bad when I hear that. I'm maybe a bit straightforward in my whole appearance, but in many cases, I just tell people, don't. Because exactly what you say is not there, the skills and the passion. And if these two things are not there, in my opinion, it's better to not do. And to motivate you to do it, I can just say, never give up. That's my main point. Keep going. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to start an agency or similar, in my opinion, never give up, because there will be so many stones that people put in your way. Yeah. And if you don't know how to overcome the stones, then you will not do it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, you can cry.
No.
Then after that, you are, hello, I'm back.
Yeah. Right. I would even say, cry doesn't work because it doesn't make it better.
But sometimes it's just so overwhelming,
You're
with
right.
things.
Yeah.
And as human being, sometimes you just express your feeling or you just want to scream. But yeah, it's a feeling to express, do it, but come back fresh again.
Correct.
I mean,
every day
that's
again.
We are maybe, right?
Every day, every hour, right?
Yeah.
Freaking out in one moment, in the next moment,
and
you
then,
need to get back.
Dear client, how are you doing today?
Yeah. Dear client.
After, right. So yeah, I think the mental is have to be
Mental
strong.
need to be strong.
But also, maybe you are agree with the financial itself.
Yeah, people should never work for if you do it only for the money reason, don't do it.
Yeah.
Because you will lose money a lot in the beginning.
Yeah, and also like doing the business is not just you doing it, but you have to have the secure financial.
Yes.
So
backup.
The people around you or the staff that working with you have a backup plan, right? Because you never know what's gonna happen.
No, you cannot predict it.
So yeah, that's all.
Well, I thank you for coming.
Thank you so much,
Dario.
That's
really
lovely.
Nice to talk with you. Nice to meet you.
Got a lot as well.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching, and then don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. See you in another episode, and sampai jumpa.